someone who goes by the name of Rory. I think we mentioned him 2 weeks ago. We spoke about Rory again on this show. But it seems Rory's tweets, when they were called tweets on Twitter, are resurfacing, and Rory has been a little racist. Rory apparently got mad at Miss Beyonce here, and he decided to put up a few points to come across because he really doesn't like the fact that back in 2012, this is back in 2000, I'm talking about tweets that were from surfacing from like 2011 2012 of him being like super racist. For instance, this one where he said there are worse baby names than Blue Ivy LMAO. He had other tweets that were coming up where he basically called black women cockroaches. It was a lot. He had one where he asked, this is problematic. He put it out on social media on Twitter. This is back in 2011, where he said, "How many poor little Indian children are bald because of Nicki Minaj's career?" We're like, huh? He had another one saying, "Every black woman has either wanted to, thought about, or actually slept with a white guy." We're like, huh? That was back in 2011. Recently, he also said black girls look like cockroaches. He said black women are ugly. He said that there wasn't a comb on any of those videos sets for Blue Ivy's hair. Okay. He said so many evil things about Beyonce. He's had so many very problematic tweets that he has put up back in 2011 and 2012. And his response to all of that was when he was called out for it, he said that was a long time ago. Twitter was private. Okay? When he was accused further, and like guys are like, okay, that's not an excuse for you being racist. He said he doesn't have anything. The words were taken out of context. When he was told, no, none of these words were taken out of context, these were your tweets, you wrote them, you retweeted some very problematic stuff. So are you saying that you don't agree with the fact that you said that black women are like roaches, they're all cockroaches? And ultimately, he ended up apologizing for all of it, not only for calling Beyonce a hood rat, but for many other utterances that he has made over the years regarding black women. And this happened when he was on Twitter Spaces, on X Spaces, and a few people decided to call him out, including I think it was some hip hop journalists. African American journalists and hip hop fans were really upset about this commentary of him being racist, and the fact that he say things like every black woman has either wanted to or actually wants to sleep with a white man, and then hashtag white people facts. And he said, "I have never seen a good looking black woman." And you're like, wait, what, sir? You need to calm down. So ultimately, he has been deleting these comments, he has been deleting these tweets, he has been deleting these retweets. And if you go back online, you will not see most of them. Some of them are just like screen grabs, which people took before. And he really did say quite a few things, like his words were very problematic. And so when people called him out, as I said, he said that those were fake tweets. When he was called out again, he said, "I was probably joking." When he was called out again, he said, "Twitter used to be private." When he was called out again, he said, "My black girlfriend tweeted from my phone." And then ultimately, when he was called out again, because they went on this Twitter Spaces, like on X Spaces, they were coming at him so heavily. Ultimately, he apologized. He said, "I apologize." And yeah, the participants and the people were there saying, but that's all we needed to hear. We don't need an explanation after this. We just want to hear you say you're sorry. And now that you've said it, let's just dead this conversation. Either way, I'm just going to say it's very problematic when I see this black versus white wars. First of all, no one is really truly black, okay? It's just melanin. We all have it, just in different varying degrees. But ultimately, seeing racists being caught with their pants down is always so thrilling. I like it. I like when people are caught. I like when people are caught when they've done something bad and they have to apologize. publicly, in the same public spaces where you said all these things, you now have to come back and apologize. Yeah, you racist person, human being. You now have to apologize to a bunch of black people or whatever race it was that you were being derogatory about. Anyway, we hope that he changes his ways. Ultimately, I don't think it's going to be very different. He's just going to be better and be more. Most of these racists end up being more covert about what they do, and they end up just saying it among friends, like within their social circles. But we'll see how that happens.